Alrighty, here we are after about a week-ish. So looking good generally. The zucchini is going bonkers. It's loving it. So some of the basil is not so happy. It's starting to go a little bit yellow, and I've done a bit of research on this because that's a symptom of there being too much water. So kind of semi-expected that, but whatever. I've got some nice little flowers. They're loving it. Tomatoes, so-so. They're not really growing very much. Got a couple of new leaves. So I've got it on a timer now. I also put a net over it to keep the possums off. I hope the bees can still get in to pollinate stuff. So in my waterproof box here, which is 2 buckets, so there's my ATX power supply that generates the 12 volts for the pump. There's a ESP8266 microcontroller with built-in Wi-Fi, little relay board there. And so at the moment I've just got half hour on, half hour off, I think, something like that. And I've taken the little dribblers out, so they just go full blast for half an hour and then off for half an hour to let it flush out. Hopefully that will keep the basil happy. I've also got a temperature sensor hanging off it, because I've got a million of these little temperature sensors floating around. Oh, it's going, it fell on the ground there. So I've just got that tucked inside here to monitor the temperature of this enclosure to make sure it doesn't get too hot, because this power supply does get pretty warm. So I've set it up such that I can publish an update to it, so I can send down new timing with MQTT. So it's just it subscribes to 2 values: pump on time, pump off time. So whenever it starts or stops the cycle, it'll check for a new value for that timer and update accordingly. So when my water level sensor gets here, I'm going to run the pump until the level stops dropping, and then turn the pump off until the level stops rising, and just run that cycle over and over again, as opposed to being open loop now. I've got a problem with that bucket not dribbling into the channel properly, so my water level gradually decreases and I lose nutrients and stuff to the dirt. So I've got to fix that somehow, make it drain properly. I'm thinking just a plastic sheet or something under everything so it all drains down the channel. But alrighty. The lavender that I stuck on the top of that stump over there is getting nice and green, so I might actually take root up there, which is nice. Okay. Bye-bye.